Hello.
Hi,
Welcome back to
single
Married
ladies.
Women.
Yeah. So, Monica,
Yes, Breece.
2018 approaches.
Happy New Year.
Happy New
Yay.
Year.
Yay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to 2018. I have to say, sometimes I don't look forward to the new year.
Really?
Yeah, but I feel like I have a plan.
I'm
A
totally excited
woman
about
with a
New Year.
plan.
That's
Yeah.
great. What's your plan? What do you want to share?
What do I want to share about the plan? What was the word I was using? It was hyphenated this time. It wasn't navigation. It was sense of self.
Sense of self.
Sense of self.
Today's word.
That's my phrase of the day. I have to give that one a phrase.
I
Must be
love it.
hyphen. Sense of self. Yes. So it's that's what I'm thinking about for 2018. Sense of self.
I love it. I love it. That's great.
Yeah, how about
Yeah.
you?
I have some goals in mind, but I kind of don't really do the New Year's resolution thing. My goals like rotate. They're always always happening. They stay to get slimmer, stay in shape. Improve my finances, improve like every area of my life. It's ongoing. I think I'm a student of life, so yeah. So I always have something cooking in the pot.
I don't call them resolutions. I just call it a plan.
A plan. I love
I got
it.
a year-long plan.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Excited. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I didn't have a bad 2017. I thought it was pretty good, but I know some people did have some trials and tribulations and some struggles. So hoping for everybody that 2018 is marvelous.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
So today we're going to talk about, so we don't always have it like etched in our brain what we're going to talk about.
we did have a plan. We had a plan today. Oh, that might be my secondary word, plan. Plan.
We had something.
Yes, we did. We found some 50 reasons to love being married, and 58 reasons, 58 benefits of being single during the holiday season.
And this is from the Huffington Post, which I am quite a fan of.
Yes.
Hi, Huffington. Yay. So, yeah, I'm looking at the married list.
And I was looking at the single list.
All right, I'm going to go down the line here, and you tell me, Monica.
Okay.
If this is true. I mean, some of it seems obvious. Like the first one, you have someone to grow old with.
You do.
That's pretty awesome.
I think so.
What's the first one on that one?
On
Being
the single?
Yeah.
You don't have to stress about buying the perfect romantic present.
You don't have
That's
to buy
a gift
any
in
present.
itself.
You don't have to buy any
present.
presents. So there that is. But hey, save a little, unless you want to buy one for yourself. Okay, number 2, sex gets better the longer you're together. Is that true? I want to know. Get married 10, 20 years. Are you doing it better than ever? Are there some gaps and some lulls? I'm just saying. You can give us a general. You're the expert.
I'm the expert on that.
Yes,
well,
you are.
I think it's a phase. Everything's a phase. You can have a great phase and a not so great phase. So it's all over the place. But it always has been a constant. In fact, here's the funny thing: you can have sex when you're mad at them.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, when you're both like sort of mad at each other, but you can
Like,
still
get over
you can
here.
still make love. And
hate you.
it's kind of crazy, and you go, well, okay, that's good.
Are you like not mad at each other after? You still
Not
mad?
necessarily. You're a little calmer about
Let me
it,
get
but
this
you're,
out of my
but
system.
you're not necessarily not
Piss
angry.
me off.
But I think it does get better.
Oh, that's
I
great.
do.
Okay, great. I'm gonna jump around here.
You're gonna jump around.
Well, yeah. What's your next?
Oh, all right. Wait a minute. I keep flipping pages back and forth here. All that money you would have spent on their present is all yours. Treat yourself.
Oh, she's focused on those presents.
Yeah,
things.
she sure is.
Whoever wrote that.
Now, I want to talk about number 4 on this 58 benefits of being single during the holiday season. You don't have to split time between someone else's family and yours. How does that work out?
Well, I guess what they're saying is like when you have a significant other, whether you're married or not, you have to go to their family things, depending on what level you're at, of course. And they go to your family things and all the good stuff. So when you're single, you don't have to think about that. You can go to whatever you want to go to. New Year's Eve is coming. You can go over here, you can go to party, you can go to family, you can go home, you can hide under covers, you can drink champagne, wherever you can go on the roof, it doesn't matter. Whereas if you're coupled, they might really want you to go see Aunt Susie, who rolls her eyes at you every 5 minutes, or who you think might be poisoning her husband or something, and you just don't, or they're hoarders, and you're like, oh, I really have to go over there and smile, and oh, it's awesome to see you again, and you're really like, wow, I'd much rather be wherever, but that's not always the case. But yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Married men earn more.
Married.
Is this true? Do we know if this is true?
That I don't know.
All right, then.
Is that a statistic?
I don't know.
I should look that up. I should verify that.
It's in the Huffington Post, love. I would think that they she's doing background work, love.
Yeah, I'm doing a little background work here.
Let's see. She dug up something revelationist. Is that even a word? Okay.
Revelationist?
I don't think it's a word. I haven't even had any champagne yet. It's crazy.
It's too early for sure.
Mm-hmm. It is very early.
I don't even know what I'm looking.
Okay. Well, let me read some of these while you're looking that up.
All right.
A husband will get tampons from the store even if it's late at night.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that one bit. No.
Will boyfriends get tampons even if it's late at night? I'm looking at the engineer. He's hiding. He's just like, no. Oh, no.
But I won't buy condoms.
Well, you don't have to because you're married.
That's true, but I would never. I wouldn't do that.
You didn't do that when you were single or ever during both marriages? No. No, I have. You don't need them.
Yeah, but
I guess that's a benefit.
I don't know. It's a different thing, I guess, buying tampons or condoms. But no, I wouldn't do it.
Hey, they're both going to the same place. That's all I'm saying.
Okay,
whatever. You can
then.
get one, you can get the other. They should be right next to each other. That's time of month is that time. Time of the month.
Well,
is that time.
Aren't they down the same aisle?
I don't know, but maybe they'll take it and do it. Okay, a spouse is a built-in exercise partner. What does that mean?
That means you work out together. I think that's what it means, unless it means, I don't know, that's your exercise.
Okay, you go. I have no idea. Guess I'll find that out one day. All right, what's happening?
This woman is still on gifts. You also don't have to worry about impressing your significant other's family. Okay, so that's on the visiting. You don't have to worry about buying your significant other's mother a gift.
Yeah, she's
more treats for
focused.
you. She's focused on.
I'll
gifts.
tell you what's great about the holidays being single.
What's great?
Well, first of all, you can just. I think I read this somewhere too, which is true. You can wear something utterly ridiculous, like a most ugliest sweater ever, and you don't have to get critiqued over it. I'm not saying every guy or girl partner will critique it, but you can do that. You can buy yourself gifts. You can buy yourself 20 gifts if you want. You can go wherever you want. You can not go if you don't want to go. Trying to think what else is on that list. There's just so many. I mean, I think there's the freedom, but that's not just the holidays. And there's not to say there's not freedom in being in a relationship. Of course there is. But you just have to keep people more aware of where you're going, what you're doing. You're compromising. So it's two of you.
Two-way street.
So you can't just be like, you know what? I'm going to stay at this party longer. You know what? After work, I'm going to run up. You want to go somewhere? Yeah, let's go do this. Or last minute movie. If your partner's not really feeling the movie. Or your office party. Your partner hates your office or vice versa.
Well, why do they have to go?
Well, because some partners are like, well, you went without me or blah, blah, blah.
Really?
You might really want to go to this office party, impress the boss, have fun, whatever. You might have an objective there. And they might be like, well, I want to cook you a romantic dinner. Or I want. So, I mean.
That seems sort of absolute to me. It seems like if you have to go to or want to go to a professional party, you go. And you say I think it would work both ways. Like, I want to go to this. You want to come? No, I don't want to come. Okay, well, I'm going to go.
Oh, no. I have gotten calls from girlfriends late at night, mad because they said, I will not name them because we keep everybody private here. Oh, my boyfriend invited me to his party. I hate those people. I don't want to go, right? This is what happened. Yeah. And then she got mad, called, and she's like, I can't believe he went, and I can't believe he hasn't come home yet. And I'm like, wait, number one, you said you hate those people. So first of all, he asked you to go. Right. So he did show some consideration. Second of all, you don't like those people. So thank God, you said no, you didn't go anyway. So why are you mad? Or he's not home yet. It's not 6 a.m.
Well,
it's all good.
We talked about this once before. Do you think that people have, men and women have different expectations for their partner, their significant other, than they do for their friends? Like, would you do that to a girlfriend or even
No.
a roommate? I want to go to this party. You don't want to go. I
Some
hate
people
those
do.
people. Well,
I'm with you on that. I'm like, hey, if people don't want to go to something, I want people to be happy where they're at. So if you want to come, I want you to come and be happy. If you're telling me you're not feeling it, my friends and I, my closest friends, we have an agreement on that. If one of us is not feeling it, not feeling well, just the budget's not, whatever it is, we just say, hey, if you don't mind. And we're like, we let them release them, let them do what
yeah.
they got to do.
And I think there needs
But
to be more of that in relationships. And I can say I'm guilty of like holding on to a grudge or a moment, or having to walk away and process something by myself so that I avoid a fight, or calm things down, rather than just letting it all out, like being open. I have a story.
okay,
There we go.
Story time.
I got a story.
Story time.
I just learned this. Yes means yes and no means no.
Yes.
Now, that's in the context of give it to me straight. Tell me what you want. If you don't want to go to the party, say, I don't want to go to the party. And because that's a clear statement, I have to accept that. Or if I say, I want to do this, like something's thrown out there and it's a yes or no. And this is something that, I just learned. And we've been calling it yes means yes and no means no, because then there's no ambiguity. There's no hidden agenda. And you got to accept that and move
Right.
on from it. And
Right.
and that's what I think I'm trying to learn when I'm saying, well, I can get resentful or hold on to something or have an expectation when
Yeah.
I shouldn't. And I think
I think-
that's true in all relationships,
Yeah.
not just married. I think it's a great one for a significant other.
We could do a whole thing about expectations. Right, that's
Well-
probably going to
well, that's true.
Because expectations can make or break a
But
lot
yes
of things.
means yes and no means no.
I like the yes means yes and no means no because it's very clear.
Yes.
But I also like counter offers. Like I've gotten to this new thing where someone will be like, hey, do you want to do X, Y, Z? Well, I want to counter offer that with like trying to be something that makes them happy and might make me happy. Like, can we go for an hour to this party and an hour to that party? Can we tap out? Then you tap me, I tap you. Hi, 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 hi. Although I was recently at a party. And I'm going to go there for 2 minutes because I absolutely love and adore my friends. Don't get mad at me, but I'm going to share this. And my friends that came to pick me up, and I was like, great. I knew they didn't want to stay long. And I told them right when they came to pick me up, listen, this is going to be like 10 minutes. I had invited somebody to the party who didn't know anyone who was inside. I kind of wanted to pass that person off to somebody they felt comfortable with. So we went inside. Maybe like 5 minutes in, I introduced this other person to the person who didn't know anyone else there. My friends are there, and I hear one of my friends go, hey, aren't you tired? To the other friend. And the other friend goes, yeah, I'm kind of tired. So they go on this whole thing about tired, and I'm kind of like hearing all of this. And a little bit livid internally. I don't show it because I'm like, it's not, I don't do scenes. I don't do drama. But in my mind, I'm like, are they really doing this right now? I just told them 10 minutes. Let me set this up right, and then we can walk out in style. So then I go over.
Yeah.
And I go in my friend's ear, I can hear you, right? And she's like, don't try this at home, friend. She's like, what? And this is my pet peeve with people, and I absolutely love my friends. I'm really blessed with great friends. And this I would have to say for my relationships. First of all, trust the person you're with if you know them a long time. If you know they say they're going to do something, they're going to do it, let them do it. But you come in their ear and whisper stuff. Like, don't obviously there was something being set up on the side within earshot to let me know that they wanted to go in 5 minutes when I just 5 minutes before I said. So if I was in a relationship and they did that, that would be a red flag. They'd be out. They'd be completely out. Or at one time, and then I'd be like, listen, hey, can I talk to you for a minute? I'll tell you my game plan, which I already said. That's it. So that was it was an interesting moment. I was like, really, is this happening right now? One person.
So it would be worse if a partner, if a significant other did that as opposed to a friend?
I think it was worse because it's a friend and I've known them for at least 8 or 10 years.
But
that
you're still friends with them.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah. We have an adult chat about it,
Okay.
and then that clears it up.
So then what's the red flag? Is that for a dating thing?
For a dating thing, yeah, because for me, some people love drama. They love to see that you care, that you're saying something. They love that. Like I have no qualms about that. But for me, like keep it classy. So come to my ear, babe. Do you think it's been like? What do you? Okay, yeah. Let me check this, and it's like a little counter offer thing again.
Mm-hmm.
I know I get you. Can you give me an extra 5 or 3? Boom, let's waltz out of here and smile. Keep it glass, smile and wave, smile and wave. That's how I like to live my life. So that was an interesting moment because I don't ever remember being in a situation like that where I was like, I'm right here on this side of the table. They're literally like maybe 3-4 feet away having this conversation about tired. I don't know that the people I was talking to heard that, but either way, to me, personally, inappropriate.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, there's a charming conversation about that afterwards.
And how did they react?
To be continued.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So relationship wise, yes. Yes means yes, no means no. I think counter offers, I'm open to that. Like what else could we do that could like have it all, make it work? Can we go here for an hour there? Okay, so the list
continues.
Yes. Sidebars are highly encouraged in this podcast. We do a little sidebarring. Thanks for that. 50 reasons to be married. And
I'm trying to find my favorite one on this list, and that one was not it.
PMSing, overdosing on chocolate, tearing up watching Hallmark commercials are okay. Is that okay in married life? What is this? PMSing.
Is it okay?
Yeah. I mean,
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
Well, I think so because you own it.
Well, yeah.
And
it's what it is.
And it's what it is. and as long as that almost falls into the yes means yes, no means no category. Look, honey, I'm sorry, I'm having this moment. I'm going to watch this movie on purpose, and then I'm going to cry. You can leave the room. You can go
to the
watch
sports bar.
You can do whatever you want, but right now this is what I'm going to do.
Get some wings. It's all good.
So yes, I think that doesn't it work if you're not married?
Yeah, I should hope so. Let's see. Well, this one says a wedding ring on a man is sexy. It's sexy if it's your husband. I don't know about just blanketing it out there on that, just like that one sentence, period. I would put a wedding ring on your husband's hand is sexy. Because
I think so.
If I walk around saying, oh, wedding ring on a man's hand is sexy.
That's trouble.
Yes, exactly. So maybe I would kind of add it to that or put something else in that sentence because I'm not, it's great.
What
for
number
other
is
women.
that?
That's number 36.
Oh, 36. Yeah, I think that has to be amended to say on
your husband's
hand
is sexy.
And I do think that. I think it looks great.
Yeah, it's yours. That's your man.
Wedding bands as opposed to engagement rings.
Well, men don't wear them. Thank God
they
for
don't.
that.
I know.
Well, some men do. Let me not leave out my LGBT. Getting married is the most romantic act of all.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think so.
That's one of them. Yeah, that's pretty great. Let's see, is there something deeper here? Well, what do you have over there for single?
Well, there was nothing that was that deep on this list. I do like your weird relatives won't embarrass you in front of your new person.
That's true. Because relatives like to I remember I was dating this guy, and I actually met him through my relatives. And they would just come up and say the craziest things to him. But what was really cool, you'll enjoy this after the engagement ring episode, is that we were dating and we had tried on engagement rings and all that stuff. We were looking at houses, next level, talking about all that. We were in that world. And one day we had a lot of family parties and get-togethers. And since he knew my family, he was there. But one day we were driving back from something and he goes, you know what your uncle said to me? And I said, what? And I have 10 Caribbean uncles. So, yeah, Trinidad in the house. And my family's from Trinidad. So he knew my uncles, my Trinidadian uncles, which is how I met him. So I go, no, what did they say to you? Because they don't say much to me like, hi, hi, niece, hello, good to see you, how you doing, all this stuff. And he goes, they said, pretty girl like that, my niece, her ring should be $10,000 or something like 10 or 30,000. $10,000 ring, boy. You understand? I said, what? I said, what? Did my uncle say? He said, yeah, your uncle pulled me aside. And a couple of them, they were like, listen, $10,000. You better put a good ring on that girl hand. I said, what? Thanks, uncles. I just thought, I loved it because it was nice just having them step up for me, and just like represent me. I didn't even know that was going on, but I thought it was so funny. He was like, yeah, yeah. And he knew that wasn't really like, I didn't have a budget in mind like rings, but I thought it was just kind of cool to have my uncles, shout out to my uncles. Yeah, for just stepping up. Like, just so you know, she's a valued member of this family. You better step up for her. That's how I took it as. I was like, oh, nice. So that was cool.
I'm looking back on the married list, and I want to see if
I'll go to the single list.
Like, what do you think is the best aspect in you?
The best aspect of what?
On the list, on the single list, what do you think they have the best reason there?
Let me see, because this list, I don't like when they do this. Like when your married list, it's like all the way down, you can read it. Right. When they have this where you have to go to each page and advertisements, it's kind of like, it's a little annoying. You don't have to fake enthusiasm over shitty presents your partner gave you. Yeah, that's kind of true. But then again, sometimes family gives you presents that you're like, what? Let's see. You don't have to travel if you don't want to. True. No partner means no awkward sleeping arrangements at your parents' house. That's true. This is good. Getting asked questions about when you're getting married or having a baby. It's like if you show up single, they're like, why are you single? When are you going to get somebody? Blah, blah, blah. But then if you show up with a partner or a boyfriend or a husband, oh, so when are you starting a family? Oh, so when you, or, if you're not married yet, when are you getting married? So this is a conversation that you never have to have. You can just have a drink and watch everybody act the fool. You can observe if you want to. But if you bring in somebody with you, and especially they don't know them, there's going to be discussions. Wow. It's going to be discussions.
And then they don't talk, they don't ask you what you're doing. It's just all about this external
when. Yeah.
You know what one
see?
I think I like the best is the spouse can make you laugh even when you don't want to.
Aww.
I think that might be my top one on this list. Because, yeah, like your spouse knows you, all of you, and still adores you. Maybe not so much sometimes.
Yeah, only your mama loves you as you are.
That's right.
Let's just get that straight. And you guys can complain or champion that if you want to.
It's the laughing. I think if you can laugh all the time.
I think that's great. I mean, my friends kind of deal with me regardless, and I love them for that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool. But yes, I think that's great about companionship. Let's see. I'm looking at this single list. You don't have to, no partner, no shaving. Well, that's true, but I imagine if you're with a partner, you're going to shave, and sometimes you have to let it grow out. Oh. So there's got to be some in-between time, but you can leave the party whenever you want to. We talked about that. The single list.
Well, that's a good one. You can leave that like kind of goes across the board. You can leave. You can do what you want.
You can go to movies when you want to. I can stay for the credits if I want to stay because I like to watch the credits.
Yeah, me too.
In a film. And that's something you don't have to worry about. But again, if you have friends that don't want to stay for the credits, that's also something. Trying to see what else. You get to hog the whole bed when you're single. Yes, yes, yes. I will say this. I think that one of the things that I do enjoy about being single is that, when you have friends that call you and they have relationship woes, you get to like you're clear-headed, Hopefully you're not biased. Of course, you're on your friend's side, but you can kind of look at things from both sides and you can counsel them or just listen to them and be there for them. But also when you hang up the phone, you're like, I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about somebody's cheating on me. I don't have to think about somebody's lying to me. I don't check phones anyway, but I don't have to check somebody's call me 3 a.m. I have his phone and he has this in his phone and who liked who on Instagram. Like, that's not even in your world. When you're single, you're like, whatever. It's like, it's beautiful. I will say that part I like. And not that there should be worries in a relationship, because I feel like it should be open and honest. It should. Doesn't mean it is. That doesn't mean that always happens. But it's, when your friends are having, hard times and you're there for them, there could be a moment at some point where you're like, I don't have to deal with that shit. I don't have to worry about dudes. Like, did he call me? That's the other thing. In the beginning of a relationship, when us women are like talking, I'm sure it applies to men too, but I'm going to say more women because that's who I talk to most of the time, you know, and they're talking about, you know, I don't know if he likes me or if he's going to call me again. We go out, we had a great date. What's going to happen? It's really exciting to some degree, but also has a little sometimes anxiety if you don't know if they're not clear with you or you're not clear with them or however it's playing out. But when you're single and you're not even dating or you're just like, I'm not thinking about who's calling anybody. I'm going to see what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll call my best friend or whatever you're doing. It's just very simple. It's very clear. You don't have somebody else's stuff, somebody else's anxieties, somebody else's paranoia, somebody else's fear. It's just you, and that's it. And you can choose to take on that from other people, but you can choose not to. So I think that's a benefit. Like, I don't have to deal with any of that until I do. Until I do. And not to say it's not worth it. Like covering all angles.
I guess. Okay.
Go. I know you want to say something.
I'm complicating things. I'm trying
Do it.
to.
Sorry,
I
guys, I have
just
a
want
cold.
to. 5 minutes. For 5 minutes, I'd like things to be simple. I think all the things you said, though, I think can apply to a relationship too, and I guess that's where I was going. In that, I think my big question is, why are friendships different than relationships?
I think because, and this I'm just guessing, expectations. I think when you're friends, like there's a lot of less tension. There's a lot of less expectations. You're kind of letting the person be them, hopefully. And then when you're in a relationship, people have different expectations. They don't always discuss it. It's like sometimes you're reading the this is my analogy of it, but you're not on the same chapter or the same verse. Like there's not a lot of encouragement for people to actually talk about where they're at when they meet each other or what their idea of marriage is, what their idea of a relationship is. So if there's a woman whose idea of relationship is, you know, we sleep together and you're my boyfriend instantly, and I know some ladies like that, or someone else, a guy who's like, we sleep together and it's just casual and, you know, I'm still getting to know you. There's nothing wrong with that either. But if you get those two together and nobody's ever said, hey, okay, we're going to do this or we just did this, I know it's not a sexy conversation, but it lets the air in.
So it's one of those hard conversations, difficult conversations.
It should just be standard ops because then everybody's knows what they're talking about. Like if this is the thing, people assume and they have expectations they don't talk about, and then there's a mess. Like, hey, we just did this. You know, I'm thinking this. Well, I'm thinking that. Okay, now you know where the other person's coming from.
Yeah, but it's always after the fact, right?
Yeah, well,
that's true.
Better to have it then than never.
That happens in relationships too. Well, I thought this was going to happen. Well, you thought that was going to happen, and so what's the watchword then? Communication.
Yeah, self-expression.
Self-expression.
Hey, the thing is, people got it. My engineer says 2 minutes. People get really, they don't want to talk about stuff, but that's where the freedom is. There's a quote that says, when you look at something, it disappears. Like when you look at that mess in the corner or look at the trash and take it out, there's a clear space there. So when you say, hey, this is where, like, if we talked more about stuff, this is where I'm at, and didn't make people wrong for being where they're at. Like, hey, if you want to play, I mean, plenty of guys say, hey, I just want to sleep around. Like, do your thing. Like, don't get involved with somebody that you know is looking to be in a relationship because you're not on the same page. You're both in the book of love, but one's on this, you know, in this chapter, sexy time chapter. The other one's on the I want a real deal chapter. That's my 2 cents.
That's your 2 cents. I think the next time we talk, we should talk all about that communication.
Yeah, communication. Awesome.
All right.
All right. Thank you for listening to this episode of Single Ladies, Married Women.
And we will talk to you again soon.
Yeah. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Bye.